Hello students, welcome to session number 5 in module number 3 in solar energy. In this particular video we will discuss about concentrating collectors which is used for solar energy utilization. In concentrating collectors, as we know that there are solar collectors where the radiation is focused either to a point which is called as focal point, or along the line which is called as focal axis of the collector. Okay, so since the radiation is focused, the efficiency of concentrating collector is always greater than non-focusing or FPC, because the temperature is more, so you can trap more amount of solar radiation. Okay, so focusing collector is a device which is used to collect solar energy with high intensity of solar radiation on the energy absorbing surface. Okay, so such collectors are used optical system in the form of reflectors or refractors. Okay, so a focusing collector is a spherical form of a flat plate collector modified by introducing a reflecting or refracting surfaces or concentrator between the solar radiation and the absorber. Okay, so these type of collectors have can have radiation increase from lower value of 1.5 to 2 to higher values of in the order of 10,000. Okay, so in these collectors, the radiation falling on a relatively large area is focused to a receiver or absorber of considerably small area. As a result of this, the energy concentration of fluids can be heated to temperature of 500 degrees centigrade. So this is, as I mentioned earlier, these are the one is uh, in case of focusing collector, the area of the collector is many times smaller than that of the area of the collector, where in a non-concentrating type, the area of the absorber equals area of the collector. Hence, the loss of absorbed radiation is more compared to the concentrating type. And in a concentrating collector, since the radiation is focused, the intensity is always greater than the non-focusing type. Because of this reason, the concentrating collectors are always used for high temperature application like power generation and industrial applications. Okay, so an difference we saw with respect to focusing and non-focusing type. Because of the optical system, certain losses in addition to those which occur while the radiation is transmitted through the cover are introduced. These include reflection or absorption losses in the mirrors and or lenses, and losses due to geometrical imperfections in the optical system. Okay, so the combined effect of all losses is indicated through the introduction of a new term which is called as optical efficiency. Okay, so the introduction of more optical losses are compensated for by a fact that the flux incident on the absorbed surface is concentrated on a smaller area. As a result, the thermal loss do not dominate, or which will encounter to the same extent as in a flat plate collector, and this collection efficiency is usually higher. Okay, so next, compound parabolic concentrator CPC. You can able to see the sketch about CPC, where the CPC or this is also called as Winston collector. Okay, is a trough-like arrangement. You can able to see the two facing parabolic mirrors. Unlike a single parabolic trough reflector, the CPC is non-focusing, but the solar radiation from many directions is reflected toward the bottom of the trough. It is given, which is called as absorbed. Okay, because of this characteristic, a large proportion of the solar radiation, including diffuse or scattered radiation entering the trough opening, is collected and concentrated to a small area or on a small area. In addition to this collecting both direct and diffuse radiation, an advantage of this CPC is that it provides moderately good concentration, although less than focusing collector in an east-west direction without or only a seasonal without much adjustment. Okay, but it is possible to concentrate solar radiation by a factor of 10 without diurnal tracking using this type of collector. So CPC reflectors can be designed for any absorber shapes, for example, a flat one-sided absorber, flat two-sided absorber, wedge-like absorber, or tubular absorber. Okay, for economic as well as for thermal reasons, the fin and the tubular type absorber are preferable in these aspects. So with a concentric tubular absorber with an evacuated jacket, the temperatures about 200 degrees centigrade are available with the Winston collectors or compound flat compound parabolic collectors. They are suitable for the temperature range of 100 to 150 degrees centigrade, even if the absorber is not surrounded by a vacuum. Uh, It is claimed that Winston collectors are capable of competitive performance at high temperatures of about 300 degrees centigrade, which are required for power generation. So we can go for power generation also. So if they are used in the selectively coated vacuum enclosed receivers, which decreases thermal loss from the collector. So it's having some advantages, like there is no need for tracking. It has high acceptance angle, only seasonal adjustments are required. Then the efficiency for accepting diffuse radiation is much larger than the conventional concentrators, and its concentration ratio is equal to the maximum value of value possible for a given acceptance angle. Okay, so these are the advantages of compound parabolic collectors. Next about paraboidal dish collector, it is a point focusing collector. A paraboidal dish collector is shown in a figure, which brings solar radiation to a focus at a point, actually to a small central volume. A dish which is of 6.6 meter in diameter has been made from about 200 curved mirror segments. Okay, and these mirror segments forming a paraboidal surface. The absorber located at the focus is a focus at the focus, and which is a cavity made of a zirconium copper alloy with a block chrome selective coating. Okay, with a black chrome selective coating. The heat transport fluid flows in and out of the absorber cavity through the pipes, which is bonded to the interior. Okay. The dish can be turned automatically about two axes, up and down, and left and right, left, right, or up and down, so that the sun is always kept in a line with the focus, and the vertex
of the paraboloidal dish. Okay, so thus the sun can be fully tracked and tracked at essentially all times. The concentration ratios, or that means the concentration ratio is the ratio of the area of the concentrator aperture to the energy absorbing area of the receiver. Okay, to determine the effectiveness of a concentrator, this concentration ratio is are very high in the case of parabolic system, and therefore it can be used for high temperature generation. Okay, so cylindrical parabolic system, the concentration ratio is lower than paraboloid counterparts. In both the case, the receiver is placed at the focus, okay, along the focal line in cylindrical parabolic and parabolic trough system, and at the focus point in paraboloid system. Okay. So here it can have concentration ratio ranging from 10 to few thousands, and can yield a temperature up to 3000 degrees centigrade. So as I said, parabolic dish collectors 6 to 7 meter in diameter are commercially manufactured. Then mirrors, fixed mirror solar concentrator. Okay, so due to a practical difficulty in manufacturing a large mirror in a single piece in cylindrical parabolic shape, a long narrow mirror strips are focused in this concentrator. So the concentrator consists of fixed mirror strips arranged on a circular reference cylindrical with a tracking receiver tube as shown in figure. So the receiver tube is made up of made to rotate about the center of curvature of a reflector module to track the sun. So this is actually another kind of focusing collector where number of plain or slightly curved concave mirror strips are mounted on flat base. The angles of individual mirrors are much are such that they reflect solar radiation from the specific direction on the top on or direction to the same focal line. The angles of the mirror must be adjusted to allow for changes in the sun's elevation. When the focal line or for the collector pipe remains in a fixed position, alternatively, the which is mentioned in parabolic type. The mirror strips may be fixed and the collector pipe moved continuously so as to maintain or remain the focal line. Okay. So the image width of the absorber is ideally as the same as that of projected width of the mirror element. So the concentration ratio is approximately as same as the number of strips used. Next is a central tower receiver. In the typical central tower receiver, the mirror is composed of many small mirrors, each with its own heliostat to follow the sun. Okay, so the heliostats are generally located in the horizontal plane, but when the situation is favorable, can simply follow the existing terrain. The basic difference between a single mirror concentrator and the heliostat system is that the heliostat system is a dilute type mirror. This means the entire surface within the system is not covered with a mirror surface. This diluteness is greatly or generally termed as the full fill factor. A central receiver with a fill factor of 40% means that 40% of the land area is covered by the mirrors. In central receiver, the optical system is fastened as shown in figure, which is having many mirrors are separately mounted to act like a dilute paraboloid. The basic problem associated with the central receiver that is that the heliostat mirrors require a nonlinear drive rate in two coordinates to achieve the requirement of keeping reflected image to a point on a fixed receiver. Along with the problem is the requirement that the heliostat is rushed enough in order to survive storms and operate successfully in a moderate wind condition. Okay, so here the concentration ratio is ranged from to 3000 can be obtained. So absorbed energy can be extracted from the receiver and delivered at a temperature and pressure suitable for driving turbines or power generation.